How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing great. How's your day going?
Okay. So will this background will work?
Yes, definitely not.
Okay. Two kids in my family, and because of that, I have to plan it on terrace.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay. The weather is looking pretty, I think. It's raining over
Yeah, it's
there?
going. Hmm?
It's raining over there.
No, it's about to rain, but
Okay. Okay, great. So,
so what happened that day? I mean, why the session was not recorded?
I think there's a lot of network issue. Maybe on in between the recording has been stopped.
Okay. That. So
Yes.
for how long it's been recorded?
I think for 50 minutes only.
Okay.
Eh,
All right.
so no problem. And
Okay.
welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yes, we are meeting second time, not a first time. So please introduce yourself
Mhm.
for my audience and for your audience also.
All right. Okay. So, my name is Vandana Chaturvedi, and I originally belong from Uttar Pradesh, and currently I'm staying in Noida. Talking about my career, I have worked for 5 years as a soft skill trainer, and where I need to train people, especially the employees, on soft skill. How to behave, how to talk, how to communicate, and how to express your thoughts. Effectively,
Okay.
basically. But during that time, I often realized, that I wasn't truly enjoying my work. So I just thought to explore uh, some other things. So basically, because of that, I really wanted myself to grow more and to explore the other areas where I can find creativity, where I can see myself growing every day. And the most important thing is where I can learn every day at every step. So, because of that, I started to start my own YouTube channel, which I, and it's the channel name is Speak to Spark, where I usually upload videos. But it's been, just couple of days when I've started it, and I have just uploaded few videos so far. But
Okay.
yes, I'm really excited to explore this journey further and to
Okay.
keep learning and keep growing on this.
Great. You're doing great. Good to know.
Yeah.
So yes, should I introduce?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my name is Radha and I'm from Uttar Pradesh and have a bachelor degree in commerce, and right now I'm going to pursue masters in economics, but currently my focus on communication skills. I have to enhance my communication skills. And beside that, if I'm talking about my hobbies, I love to listen music, I love to listen podcast when I get a free time. And yes, sometimes I love to cook food. So this is all about me.
Okay.
Yes. So,
So
yeah, go ahead.
I just want to know, what you love to cook.
Okay. So, if I talking about Italian food, I love to cook pasta, and because I love to eat pasta, especially arabita.
Yeah.
And but basically, my favorite food is South Indian. I love to eat dosa. It is healthy
All right. That's
because it is healthy, basically.
yeah.
That's why. Whenever I go outside, I love to eat only South Indian food. But yeah, sometimes have I have a crave to eat Italian food, so I always choose pasta. And yes, sometimes momos.
Momos is one of my favorite, cuisine. I love.
Paneer
I mean,
momos.
I always ask my boss to go outside and, just for the momos.
I know, but it is
But
unhealthy,
obviously,
basically. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
But yes, once in
But
a month
yes,
we
we
can.
can open it. Yeah, exactly. We can do that to keep ourselves happy.
Yes, Because sometimes we are human being and we always crave to eat different items, different food. So yes, is there any problem? I'm not audible
Yes, your voice is cracking.
in between. I think maybe I don't know. There's a lot of network
Yes.
issue. I had one session in morning. There's that time is also had a lot of issue. Now I'm audible. I think you stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Now is it working fine?
Yes. You are visible and audible to
Okay.
me now. Okay, so what's your
All
favorite
right.
food, basically?
My favorite food, if I say rajma chawal, I
Okay,
love it.
okay,
But when it's been made by my mother only, because
okay,
my mom cooks so well, and I often ask her to cook rajma chawal.
okay,
And not me, even my siblings love to.
okay. Did you love cooking?
Yes. Sometime I cook, uh, but I always cook Indian food, not
Okay,
anything else. But
okay.
like rice, pulse, veggies, chow mein,
Yeah,
tea, coffee,
definitely.
kind of snacks more rather than a food.
Okay, matlab, if I talk about myself, rice and dosa is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite, basically.
Okay,
Yes.
that uh,
So, are you
okay.
fond towards traveling? Are you love traveling? Explore different places?
Not exactly because most of the time I love spending time with my family at home.
Okay, great.
Wearing roomy clothes, and I don't need to struggle in walking or going somewhere else. I just love staying at home with my family, spending quality time with them, talking about childhood memories, and talking to my parents, like what they love, what they want to do, uh, you know what they really love to do, so that I can have an idea what my parents really want, and I can make a list of it, and I'll be able to fulfill them. So this is my favorite thing that I love doing. Instead of going outside, spending time somewhere. But obviously, uh, once in a blue moon, I always wanted to go somewhere. So till now, I went Vrindavan, Baki Bihari Mandir,
Oh, yes.
and I also went visit Taj Mahal. In Delhi, I visited Akshardham Temple. Not more, but yes, sometimes. And these trips being planned with my family only, not with friends.
Okay, that interesting thought.
But yes, but I'm looking forward to go Manali or Uti in South, or Uttarakhand, somewhere
Okay.
like that, where
In your bucket list, I
I can
think.
find, yes, where I can find nature.
Okay.
I don't love to go at the crowded places because I don't feel comfortable going there. And but spending time with nature, going somewhere where I can find snowfall, mountains, rivers. I love going that places.
Likewise, I also visit greenery places like Uttarakhand, hill stations, Manali, Jammu Kashmir, because they all are surrounded by greenery, mountains, hill stations. So,
Right.
so I only visit three, I think three state, maybe like because of my tournaments, and Bhopal and Jhansi
Mhm.
and one more, Jaipur. I visited three places.
Okay.
So because of my tournaments,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, so you have to go basically.
Yeah. But yeah, I love to
Okay.
I love to explore, to different places, different um, like because we learn different culture from that places. So I love to visit,
Exactly.
and let's see.
Right.
There's a lot of places in my bucket
Yes.
list.
Yes. Even I really fond of connecting with the people, interacting with the new people, strangers, to know more about them, about their languages, about their culture, you know. So I really love it too. And uh, in this my own career and my journey, whenever I met somebody, I always learned from them, like how they think, what are their goals, their destinations, their plannings, or how they speak, what they think. So these are the things, and I really love talking to the people from different cultures, backgrounds, states, countries. Obviously, I don't get time to talk to the people from different countries,
Hmm.
because we don't have that connections.
Hmm.
But in India, we can explore. That's
Definitely.
okay.
And I think
Okay.
in initial stage,
Yes.
I'm very reserved kind of person. I can say that introvert kind of person. I don't like to gel up easily with people. Like I think, yeah, what kind of conversation we talk, and I usually think. But yes, nowadays I love to talk to the strangers and learn from their experience, because not basically English, we learn experience
Uh,
also, because we connect all age group
yes.
people. So you can learn
Yes.
from your youth also, your kids also, and your seniors also. Basically learning is a part of a journey, so you can learn basically from everywhere.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, you're asking
Okay.
anything
So,
or?
Radha, what session?
Yes,
Are
yes,
you
yes,
recording it?
yes, yes. If you want,
Oh.
I send you.
Yeah, I'll need it. I mean,
Okay.
I just wanted to reconfirm because last time because of
Yeah,
some technical
last time I also recorded
it
the session, but I don't know, in between the recording has been stopped. I don't know. And after
that's why.
yesterday I'm editing the video. I don't know, that I think, oh my god, the session has not recorded. So that time I
Okay.
send you the mail again.
Yeah, that's why I just thought you to remind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay, talking about me, I am ambivert kind of person.
Yeah.
I am introvert as well as extrovert. When I'm with a stranger or somebody I don't feel comfortable with, I am introvert. I mean, I will not talk too much. I'll be silent. I'll just observe people around me.
Hmm.
But when it comes to my friend, where I feel comfortable, I talk too much. I mean, they start getting irritated, so I talk about everything very openly. So it depends on the environment for me,
Okay.
whether kind of circle where I'm in. So that's how I am. Okay. So Radha, I want to ask a question, that would be very relevant to our audience. Uh, there are people, obviously, who's asking, like, there are a lot of people who really want to, improve their English speaking skills, but they always have a fear of judgment.
Yes.
Like, they always thought, if I will make any mistake, then people will start judging or they will start making fun. So how a person who really want to enhance their skill can get rid of this fear of making mistakes, and they can start speaking. So what they can do, like, what's your view on this?
Okay. So basically every problem come with a solution. We just need to
Mm.
try the we just need to concentrate and find the solution. So basically I seen most of the learner, most of the beginner, those who are start their journey, basically the fearness. They has a lot of fearness, they has a lot of nervousness, and they think, what if I make a mistake, and what if other may judge me, other laugh at me. But I have also same perception when I start my journey, when I take a first conversation in my YouTube. Basically it is on my perception, but after day by day, slowly and gradually I change my perception, because I seen so many YouTubers, because they start their journey, the how can they judge? Because they know the struggle basically. They know the mm, uh, because I know how I learn this language. I know how I struggle in daily basis, because this is not our first language basically. This is our second language. So
Exactly.
first thing, every beginner and every learner, we should we should overcome our fear. Basically, once you overcome your fear, you become confident. And once you become a confident, you express your opinion easily. You're not like you not even think for a once. If someone is judging you, so you are like, let them judge. But once you overcome your fear, because fearness is the main hurdle, people are not able to express their opinion. They know English
Yeah.
basically, they know the grammar rules basically, they know the
Mm-hmm.
basic things. But when they
Mm-hmm.
talk to the strangers, when they talk to their herself, matlab, basically if you're talking by yourself also, that time people are not able to express their opinion because of
Right.
hesitation. Basically, main thing is hesitation. And after hesitation, if you overcome your hesitation, you overcome your fear, then comes to your fluency. Then work on your fluency. Once you get your
Yeah.
fluency, then come to your grammatical part. Like if you make a minor mistake in grammatical, learn vocabulary based daily basis. And yeah, this is my point of view. um, yes, this is my point of view. Work on daily basis. Don't try too hard on yourself. Oh, I'm making a lot of mistake, because
Yeah.
mistake is a
Right.
part of journey. On daily basis, you learn a little mistake, because I retrospect myself, and I learn so many new things. Because
Exactly.
retrospection is a major thing. When you watch your video, your previous video, you learn so many things. And basically, I'm intrigued to learn this language basically. So everyone should be intrigued to learn English language. And if you are intrigued to learn, you basically learn. But yeah,
Right.
overcome your fear basically.
Yeah. And that's great, Radha. I think you just mentioned the best way to get out of the fear. And I also think that, like, making mistake, the fear of making mistake is tantamount to self doubt. So basically, people have to get rid of this self doubt. They have to stop thinking like what other people are going to think about me. Are they going to judge me? Are they going to make fun of me? Once we'll stop it, then we will feel more confident. So basically, we should have that confidence. Yes, if and we should have that mindset. Like, yeah, okay, that's okay if I'm going to make a mistake. That's
Yes.
not a problem. And learning every day, either see, we have two options: either make mistakes every day, keep learning, and then emerge like a fluent speaker, or the second way is to live with this weakness the entire life. So I
Definitely.
think the first option is much better,
Yes.
right?
And
Yes.
nowadays, yes, I think I come across two people, those
Hmm.
who are very fear, those who are so nervous, and when they speak, they share, yeah, they share their thought to me, because I had one session yesterday, that girl. So he has so fear. Seriously, he also told me, Radha, I have so fear, and whenever I express my opinion, I'm not able to express because of my nervousness. I know the idea, but I'm not able to express. I give the same suggestion to her also. Ki, please overcome that. And yes, she start their journey, and it is I think maybe it is a first session, maybe with me yesterday. Now it was the first session with me, so it is great, I think, to start your journey basically. So yes, I have one question. Do you prefer take a feedback in middle of conversation, yeah, end of the session? What's your opinion? If you talking to the tutor, so did you take feedback in middle of conversation and the end of the conversation? What your preference?
Talking about my feedback, if I think sharing the feedback at the end of the session would be great.
Hmm.
Because if we'll complete our conversation, we'll come across about all the issues that the person is making. So sharing feedback at the end of the session would be better, instead of interrupting that person in between when they are talking. So I think that's better. What you say?
Definitely, I agree with your point. Totally agree with your point. Because when we interrupt in middle of conversation, people feel nervous, and people feel reluctant to share thought. They yes, yes, yeah, they feel passive.
And it will become less confident. Like,
Yes, they feel so less confident. They're not able
yeah,
to express their opinion, and they able to, but they are get back their thought. Oh, because of nervousness, basically. So I always suggest, and I
yes,
always consider and take my at the end of the session, basically, because some of the
yeah.
tutors also give in the middle of conversation, but I handle it betterly because I'm used to it now. So yes.
So what do you mean whenever you questions with the YouTubers? I mean, who are your tutors? Do you get
Oh
the feedback from YouTubers or somebody else?
no, I took 9 sessions with the English Hari. Now my subscription has been ended yesterday, and I took 9 sessions with my tutors. Those who give me a feedback in the end of the session, mostly tutor give the end of the session, but 2 3 sessions give in the middle of the session in the immediate correction. But it is also correct. I don't think I can handle it. I think properly. Never feel nervous, but yes, sometimes I feel nervous because in immediately you correct it, and that time I know if I completed my almost 9 session and my plan has been off, but I am thinking after 2 weeks maybe I renew my plan, renew my subscription again.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, obviously that depends on the mindset of the person with whom we are talking about. Because I as a person, and like you said, we can handle the feedback between our session. We don't have any issue. Like we can go ahead with the same fluency and same confidence again. But the beginners especially, they start fumbling because they thought like the person with whom I'm talking, he or she is observing me carefully, and they are going to pick the mistakes. So sometimes they feel nervous. But for us, I think it's just normal. And I appreciate the way of the tutor, whether they want to share the feedback in between of the session or end of the session. Everything works for me.
Yes, definitely. But
Yes.
uh, in initially stage, I want to share one thought of mine. Initially, I don't find I am a beginner, I am an intermediate because I'm not able to find what is my level. So it is happen to
Okay.
you sometime, like you not able to find is what's my level. Initially, I'm not able to find. Right now, I'm not able to find what is my level basically. It's happened to me.
Okay, I would say, you know, uh, it's more about the mindset than the level. What I think, we are intermediate, maybe. Just a guess. Why I think so? Because we have a strong mindset now. We are very committed to our goal. We are committed to the activity. Enhancing skills. We are very determined on it, and we have a mind of getting a feedback, you know uh, making mistake, keep learning from them. So I think we are on a good track. But the people who are beginner, they never spoke to somebody in English. They could be beginner, and they don't have that strong mindset, to accept feedback from anybody, anywhere. So that's how I think. I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but yeah. But
Yeah,
still, we are a student. I always consider myself as a student, and
I
I think
always.
we should the entire life, because we are going to learn every day till last years of our life.
Yes, definitely. because learning is never ending. Maybe we learn day to day,
Exactly.
and yes, but it's doesn't matter if I'm beginner, if I'm intermediate. I'm able to express my opinion. That's for me. That's enough for me.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's good.
So that's enough for me,
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
So Radha, there is one more question
Yes.
that I really want to ask.
Yes.
You have heard so many times, you must have heard, sometimes people, especially if we talk about the Indians, we are very much comfortable in Hindi language. When it comes to, speak in English, we feel difficulty translating that Hindi into English and then to speak instantly, because sometimes we are in interview or we are with friends or with somebody where we need to speak in English. People can think in Hindi in their mind, but when it comes to speaking they start fumbling, they are unable to make the sentences. So how we can train our mind to directly translate Hindi into English in our mind,
Hindi
you
into
know
English in a
and
mind.
yeah, obviously first of all we always think in Hindi,
Yes. But
especially the beginners or the people who are new. So how they can train their mind to
okay.
directly translate that or directly think in English.
Okay. Basically, first of all, fluency take a time. It's a matter, and
Exactly.
we both are on right track right now. But
Hmm.
if I talking about translate method, people are used mostly. They translate Hindi to English, but sometimes it's
Hmm.
difficult. You translate Hindi and English in your mind. It take a time because you need to correct all the grammatical rules. Most of the people क्या करते हैं, मैं जा रहा था, बेसिकली दे, बट दे ट्राई टू कन्वर्ट इन टेंसेस. यहाँ पे पास्ट आएगा, यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट आएगा. दैट मेक द फॉर्मलनेस, basically that make the
Exactly.
formalness. If you try to translate English to English, basically give a one chance to English. Basically, whenever I try to translate Hindi to English, I fumble. That time I feel so nervous. I'm not able to express that opinion that time. But if you're so pro, you are easily translate Hindi to English, then it's good for you. That it's depend on person to person. But basically,
Hmm.
if I talking about myself, if I talking about beginners, in my opinion, translate English to English, think in English. Basically, what I do, usually in the night, basically I usually talk about my whole day in my mind. Yes, in morning I'll
Okay.
do this, in afternoon I'll do this, and this is my routine basically. And sometime I went outside, sometime I'm going market. So basically I try to convey my message in English only. I'm not translate Hindi to English
Oh,
because it's bit difficult, and it feel and it make the formalness. This is my opinion on that.
exactly.
So what's your opinion?
Yeah, that's great.
I
No,
do.
that's great. I think I've just nailed it, because when I was at the initial stage of learning English, people, I was so nervous, and whenever I try to speak in English, I keep translating. First of all, I have to think in English, in Hindi, then translate it into English, and then to speak up. So it was quite difficult. Then I asked my tutors, and I also did a research on it. How to train a brain directly think in English. Then I got some of the very useful tricks which I used it, and now when I speak I never think in Hindi. I'm speaking by my brain. I'm not translating it. So what, like you also mentioned it, first of all we should start making small sentences in brain, in English only. Like whenever you are at home, you can think in English, small sentences. Like I'm sitting on a sofa, I want to read a book, I want to learn vocabulary, I'm watching TV. These small sentences we can create frame very easily. But
Yes.
we need to think directly in English, not in Hindi. So this is the one thing that people can do. Like you also mentioned that you always, talk about your daily routine in English only. So that's a great way that people can implement it. I think it's really useful and it will work magically because it works for me.
Because I try to make my routine, because initially in stage I make a lot of mistake in my past tense. So basically I tried, like in night I always do, and I always try, and I always convert my idea into past tense. Basically I did this, and basically I overcome my past tense mistake basically from that idea. So yes,
Yeah.
I'm doing this. And one more thing, we learn some basic verb also and vocabulary also. If we know the verb form and we know the basic vocabulary, I'm not saying advanced vocabulary, but basic vocabulary and verb forms, you easily make the sentences. Because sometimes we are
Exactly.
lacking in verbs form. We don't know first form, second form, third form.
Yes.
So that time people are not able to make the sentences, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. And sometimes people, especially most of time, people make mistake when they use did as a verb
Hmm.
and use second form of the main word. Like I did went there. They don't know that when we are using did, we have to use first form of the
Did it.
verb,
Yes.
right? So
So
this is the mistake that a lot of people do.
I think 90% of people do. I also initially say I also do that mistake. 90% of people, because people are not focused on grammar first. But yes, I'm not saying
Yeah.
focus on grammar, because grammar is the last option. I always say that. But yes, we learn basic things like tenses. We also, because we all know the tenses is a backbone basically, and verb is a backbone,
Yes.
and subject verb agreement, basically three things is a backbone. So in your
Exactly.
spoken English, then after you, if you have any, like if you get fluent, so work on grammatical errors like preposition, conditionals.
Hmm.
So people always
Yeah, you are right.
yeah.
I think people who are going to listen this conversation, yeah, and if they are going to implement it,
Hmm.
I am very much sure that they are going to improve. Okay, so
Yeah.
apart from it, I have one more question.
Yes.
Actually, I prepared for the questions, to have this effective communication because,
Yes.
if we will not have any question, we'll like sitting blank and
No
we'll
problem.
talking about anything else.
I always open up
Okay.
to talk. Open to talk. Sorry.
Yeah, that's thank you, and I really appreciate it. So basically, Radha, I just want to ask you, like, if somebody is obviously we are talking about to enhance this speaking English.
Yes.
What do you think, like vocabulary? Apart from the vocabulary,
Hmm.
idioms or phrases also play some role to make
Understand.
someone fluent.
Yeah, definitely, because idioms and phrase your conversation more fluent. When you convey your idea, you seem more fluent, and you know the idioms, you know
Yeah.
the phrases. So you use in conversation so effectively, you're so effortlessly. You convey your message effortlessly. Basically, in business world, we're talking about business world. People are using lots of idioms in daily conversation. Also, people are using idioms, and yes, idioms, vocabulary, and phrases, and proverbs also. Uh, 3 4 are major, I think we should learn. But for not, I'm not talking about beginners. In beginners, we focused on only fluency. As much as you can speak English, that good for you basically. And if after you get fluency, work on the idioms, vocabulary, and phrases and proverbs. But if you are very keen and very intrigued to learn English language, so yes, on daily basis, learn one vocabulary, one idioms, one proverb. I think maybe this is helpful. On I'm also doing on daily basis. I learn two vocabulary, not more than two, and one idiom. And 1 year, two idioms is up to me. I'm able to handle that 5 idioms, and phrases not, but yeah, idioms and vocabulary I'm learning on daily basis.
I think it's really useful because I have also experienced it. Like you said, you're also learning it. But yes, like you already mentioned, that first of all, we should know the basics of English. If somebody is beginner, first of all, they should know how to frame a sentence, how to speak, and then they can go further with the idioms and phrases. And obviously, I think it also gives a kind of a person looks better, advanced, and more fluent if we use these idioms, right?
Because
Because
yeah.
they're like, they'll give you a different value.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And sometimes
Okay.
lack of vocabulary we not able to convey a message also. Sometimes in middle of conversation we forget the word. If you are learning vocabulary,
Exactly.
learn with the synonyms and antonyms. If you forget one word, you remember the remaining words. So that is called synonyms. So yes, I'm learning with
Right.
that. So yes, this is helpful.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I think with that, learning vocabulary or idiom or phrases, whatever the person is learning, along with that, they should come across around 2 to 3 example sentences with that also.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because this is how we will learn how to use that in the sentence.
Definitely.
Instead of learning it and making a note and making a list on a notepad, and then forgetting them
Yes.
forever. So instead, we should make a lot of sentences that day. I remember my boss basically, he kept learning 1 or 2 vocabulary every day, and I used to see him like he was entire day he'll find the like excuses to use that word in a sentence.
Wow,
And
great.
he always said like, really worked for him, and from him I learned it. So you can either learn one vocabulary, it doesn't matter, but you have to use it at least 10 to 15 times in a day in different
Definitely.
different sentences and scenario,
I
because it will
always.
become a very easy, and we'll be familiar with this, with that particular word, right?
Definitely, I agree with you because I also do the
Hmm.
same. Because if I learn one word, I used with me, with my family, with my friends, and with my cousins. I try to use on daily basis.
Right, it works, it really works.
And if you made your own sentences, that is very helpful. You remember for a long period of time rather than you taking example
Yes.
with Google's and with ChatGPT. You write the word and you see the sentences, but you try to make your own sentences. That is very helpful, I think.
Yes, yes. Making on sentences is important, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, any other question you want to
If you
ask?
have any question, I love to like I'm very like I think today I'm very open up to talk any kind of question because I don't know why, but I love the conversation today. If
Okay.
you have to, please go ahead.
So, okay. This is the last question from my end. The question is like, uh, I'm taking example of one of my friend. She knew the tenses. I mean, tenses were on her tips always. This is the present tense and how we are going to use the verbs, the how to frame it. Examples. She were very much aware about the tenses to past, present, future, but she never spoke. Like if I asked her to speak in English with me, she was like, "No, I can't speak. I knew about the tenses, I knew about the grammar, but did I can't speak." She always had this issue. So I just want to ask, like, what is the role of grammar in speaking English? What do you think? Is it really important to go through the entire grammar, or we can just start speaking whatever we want?
We start speaking whatever you want basically. Grammar is I think I considered last option, but yes, I
Last option.
already told you basic backbone. If you start your journey, the basic backbone is like tenses. Some tenses, if you know, it is very well for your conversation and verb forms, and the subject verb agreement. Basically, these three things, if you know, so you're able to convey your message. But most of the people have know all the grammar rules. They know the conditional, proverbs, conjunction, preposition, but they are not able to speak because of their they feel shy, maybe. They feel they're not able to express their opinion. They are not very articulate to convey their idea because of fearness. Basically, most of the people are not able to express their opinion. Fear and shyness, basically a nervousness, and they have a good
Hmm.
idea. They have a very good at thinking in English, but they express their opinion when they start conversation. That time they zone out. So basically, main reason is that. And sometimes I also feel when they come across to the fluent person, if I sit it in front of fluent person, so I feel also nervous. So many people feel that, and they, I think they, that time they zone out. Maybe what is the perception behind it, I don't know, but the main reason I seem to the beginners, those who are start their journey, I seem that kind of I think maybe maybe I don't know, but it may be in this region. I don't know, basically.
Right. Right.
You also feel
You're
that
right.
like people are not able to
Huh?
you also feel that people are not able to express their opinion because of I think nervousness, shyness, and they think that if I get a mistake. You think same, I think.
Yeah, I think same exactly. We are on the same page. Talking about the grammar, obviously, because we should always remember, like when we learnt Hindi language, we never learned grammar rules for Hindi, right? Why we learned, why we can speak Hindi so well, because we were in that environment where people keep speaking Hindi in our family, friend circle, everywhere, and that is how we observe and we learned and we start speaking. We never think about we never thought about what tense should I use, what is the verb or anything else like that in Hindi. Like same, it works same in English also.
Yes.
You don't need to learn grammar. You should have a basic knowledge, like when we are using a verb, second form of the verb, it's a past. When we are using the simple, it's a present. When we are using ing form, sorry, will form, then we are talking about the future. This is the basic idea that a person should have, and then start speaking. The more you'll make mistake, the more you're going to improve.
Definitely.
And this is how journey will start, and one day you'll feel yourself at a place where you can speak anything, whatever you want, and with anybody.
Yes.
I think this is what I think.
When you do regular
Yes.
practice with your co-learner, with your YouTuber, you get knowledge from those also. You
Yes.
get knowledge from grammar rules, from speaking style, the way he speak. Because must I think, according to me, learning is a basic, like listening. If you're listening carefully, so that is major role. 70% people are listening, or like YouTube video, conversation video. They learn from only from listening. 70% people.
Listen.
And yes, from listening
Right.
only. And yes, I 30% maybe like in if you are start your journey in English, 70% spoken English, 30% grammar we see mostly.
Exactly.
I also
Right.
feel that. So yes. Okay. So yes, I think most you ask all question. If you
Yeah, I think we have addressed a lot of questions today,
yes.
and that will help the people who will listen our conversation, and they can improve themselves.
Okay. So is there any question left?
From my end, no questions so
Okay.
far.
If I have, okay. So not now. I talking about past. Okay, when you start your English
Okay.
journey, what is hardest part you face when you speak English? Initial stage,
Okay. Mm,
because now
the
you
issues that you already.
because now
Huh?
you speak like a fluent. I feel that.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. But if I would say, I don't remember the basic what I should say, the hurdles, because when I was a child, I was in, I think, fourth or fifth standard. It was a private English medium school, basically,
Hmm.
where I studied. So, whenever my teacher used to teach English to us, and we always, I mean, every one of us have already heard in our childhood, and even now, our parents always say that you should know this English language if you really want to grow in your career. It's a kind of, it's a kind of standard in a society. Have you ever felt that?
Yes.
Whenever somebody speak in English, people always say, oh my God, she or he is well educated, right? People always say this.
Yes.
And I have heard same thing from my family or the circle where I used to live. So whenever my teacher used to teach me English, I was very fascinated. Like, I was very curious. I think curiosity was always been my fuel to learn. So I was like, okay, how this teacher can speak so well? And whenever I read English books, whenever I come across the new vocabulary, I was like, okay, what is the meaning of this word? So it's my childhood where I did a lot of hard work unknowingly that I'm learning English. It was just a fascination and my attraction towards English to learn it. And I start speaking with my teachers
Okay.
from my end, because in that school people they didn't speak in English. They always speak in Hindi, but I was from my end, I always initiate my conversation in English, and they always appreciated me for that. And that's again a kind of motivation that helped me to learn more and more. And then I started to teach my classmates, especially
Okay.
the Hindi textbook, where my teacher always sit beside me, and they always like, hey Vanna, you're doing great, now explain this chapter and that chapter. I think this is something that really worked for me.
You
And then
always.
slowly and gradually grew up. I, started understanding the importance of this language. Obviously, because we really want to grow in our career, we go for an interview. Everyone is going to take interview in English only, right? They are not going to speak in Hindi.
Definitely.
So that forced me to go ahead to explore this language further.
Hmm.
And then I got a role as a trainer. So that's where I felt, a strong, what we can say, a
Mindset.
strong need to learn it more. Yes,
Yes.
because I always come across a lot of people who are,
Hmm.
older than me, experienced than me, and they have a good English, skills. So it again forced me to go further, to learn further, to enhance my skills. This is how my journey went. And today I would also say, like, I didn't work harder to learn this language, but I now, from this year onwards, I because I have created my own channel also. So it's very important for me to have a good knowledge, obviously, because I'm going to guide others on it.
Yes.
So I'm learning every day, and throughout this journey, because I have already started it, I always wanted to be a student. I am really curious to, you know, to go further, to explore it, to
Hmm.
take the feedback, even though I'm not getting any feedback because of the low subscribers. But
No problem.
whenever it will grow, I'm really okay and open to get the feedbacks, because that is how I'm going to improve my content.
Definitely.
So again, I choose a space, I choose a kind of niche, uh, that again forcing me to go further, to learn further this language.
Great.
So I think this is how.
Seriously, you are eager and hunger to learn this language. Definitely.
Yes.
Seriously, great. You're doing great. And I must say that your fluency is great. Seriously. And
I,
great. Go ahead like that. And in future, if you want anything, like you get a fluent speaker and you want to guide other also. So definitely you achieve that in future.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me.
Yes, you are doing great because you are on right path basically. So I must say that. So it is great, and I think we wrap up the session. It's time to wrap up the
Yeah,
session.
okay.
Almost 1:35. And yes, it is nice talking to you, Vandana. And I always join you again and again in future if I have a time in future. I try
Okay.
to conversation with you again. And seriously, I love talking to you.
Yeah, same. I don't know why I'm feeling so much comfortable with you because
Thank
entire
you.
session I felt like I'm talking to my friend,
Thank
my
you.
best friend. I was very open sharing everything with you. It was really nice to me. And apart from, I just